Hello, welcome to Because Nerd. This is our first time to be doing videos, so I hope this is something that everyone's going to enjoy. I'm your host, Chris Farrell. I'm joined today by two of my best and oldest friends, Clint.
Hey, man.
And Mike.
Here's my face.
All right, guys, this is going to be a fun new experiment. We got suggested to look at this new movie coming out August 16th, Power Project, with Jamie Foxx and what's his name? Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon Joseph Levitt.
Gordon Joseph Levitt.
Jordan Joseph Levitt.
Yes, Joseph. Gordon. Yes.
Or Nightwing. He's Nightwing. It's
Nightwing.
Nightwing, right?
Nightwing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Nightwing in this new show, especially where what was the name of the other one where they were in like South Central LA and there were like ferries and stuff everywhere and they were like beating up the ferries. What was the other movie called?
What, Bright?
Bright. Yeah.
Bright. Yeah.
Damn it! I wanted to make a joke about Bright. Shit.
The other Will Smith movie, right?
The trailer looks amazing. I mean, it's the thing that I worry about is that we've seen all the good stuff in the trailer. I hope the movie still has more to show for itself once it comes out. But I mean, the visual effects and the powers and everything that they're doing look phenomenal.
Yeah.
I do. So the premise of the movie, we've got people who are getting superpowers by taking drugs. So, I mean,
Drugs do.
Yeah, of course. I mean, who hadn't taken drugs and thought they had superpowers? So, I was wondering if like the whole thing will end and they'll just end up being a bunch of like junkies that just thought like they're just jumping off roofs thinking they had superpowers or something like that.
It was all just a psycho dream inside a mental hospital where a bunch of junkies still live.
It's just Inception Part 2, but they're all they're all on drugs while they're in the dreams now.
Exactly.
But no, like I think it's funny. So they get it for 5 minutes. So you get to take a pill. You get superpowers for 5 minutes. Now, one thing, tell me this. Based on what it says, do you think that they get one superpower and every time they take the pill, they get it? Or is it every time they take the pill, a new power might emerge? I couldn't tell from the way the trailer said.
At one point they say you never know what your power is until you take the pill. So I think that they meant, okay, if you take this pill, you're going to be invisible, or you're going to be able to flame on, or you're going to be like the Gordon-Levitt part, right? He gets shot in the side of the head with a bullet. That's somehow he's invincible or whatever in that way. One thing with the tagline of that movie, they say like, if you could take a pill and find out what your superpower is for 5 minutes, would you do it? It's like, yeah, bitch. Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well, it depends. It all depends, right? Like, what's my power going to be? And is it going to make me, flying through the air midway, 5 minutes later I die? And the poor asshole who takes it the first time that doesn't know it's 5 minutes. But I will say this. I do believe that the one pill shows you what your power would be, because there's a part of the trailer where Jamie Foxx is talking to somebody, you can't see him, and he goes, "Oh, that's your power." So
yeah, that's the Gordon-Levitt one.
Yeah.
Well, at least you hear him say it off screen, but then you see the bullet hit him on the side of the head.
Right. And I think that's what gave him pink eye. If you watch the trailer, he has a horrible, horrible pink eye. And I think that's what gave him pink eye, was that bullet to the face, because I don't think that's part of his superpower.
Someone rubbed that bullet on their butthole before they shot him in the eye.
Ha ha ha, very funny. That's not how you get pink eye. You get it from poo particles making their way into your ocular cavities.
Hey, Ben.
Yo.
How's it going? I farted on Jason's pillow as a practical joke. He farted on Jonah's thinking it was mine, and then eventually pink-eyed my pillow. Not proud of any of this.
The 5 minute thing is like the most interesting thing to me, right? Because maybe you're taking the pill for the second time. So now you know what your power is going to be. So now you're going to go out and basically do whatever little event that you're going to do, right? You got 5 minutes. So the scene that comes to my mind is there's an invisible guy running through the street. He's being chased by cops. It looks like he's getting shot at and stuff. He's got 2 bags in his hands, which looks like he's probably robbed something or whatever. But then very quickly in the clip, he's got a gun in his hand and he's shooting back at him. It's like, how much time does he have to run around with those bags in his hand through the streets that he just doesn't?
5 minutes. He's got 5 minutes.
And you also see him jumping over cars and stuff when he's got that money running through the streets, but he's not wearing pants. So that's the part I really want to know is, are they going to make him pantless in the movie and will you see his giblets?
You just want some dong. I know how you are.
I just want to see the pretty much.
Yeah. So on the 5-minute thing, then, the thing that got me was I meant to look this up. I didn't double check, but like, what is the digestion rate of a pill? Because I mean, I think if you take some, ibuprofen or Advil or whatever the hell it is, I mean, it'll say like, give it 15 minutes to kick in. So like these pills, it's like, at least for the trailer, it looks like they take it and hit a watch. Now trailers, who knows? I mean, maybe it's not exactly like that, but they're timing themselves somehow. So like, I was wondering like how you know at the moment that it kicks in. Like what if you, like I was trying to imagine if you're like, okay, we got to take these pills, we're gonna get these superpowers, we're gonna do this job, and then like everyone like takes their stuff and they all kick in at different times, or someone doesn't realize it, and he's like, oh shit,
damn it, Jimmy just got shot. Oh damn it, it didn't kick in fast enough. Yeah.
So,
well, I think so. So what you see in the trailers, they've actually already beta tested the pills, and the first iteration of the pills were actually suppositories, because that goes, as everybody knows, anything in your body goes right to your bloodstream, right? So I'm pretty sure you got a choice, right? It's like I got 5 minutes or I've got 7 minutes, but I got to put it in my butt if I want the 5. So I think that's what happens. And
that's how the bullet got the fecal matter on it too, because they got confused. Yeah.
They thought they were shooting a pill at Gordon-Levitt, but actually it was a bullet, but it had been up his butt, and you know what I'm saying.
I wasn't even thinking that direction with the watch thing, because they show the watch in there, so I'm thinking it's as soon as that power kicks, right? And I'm thinking they take the pill, they hit the thing. I got 5 minutes from now, but right, okay, makes total sense that they have to wait. So, are they using the watch to time down on when that thing starts? And if there's a group of them, right, are they just sitting around and everybody's bodies are different, right? All the powers are different, so.
I got a slow metabolism, man. It doesn't kick in as fast as you guys.
Does Clint turn into a volcano faster than I turn into the Invisible Man? I mean, yeah. It'd be hard to plan anything on any of that stuff.
They're all sitting around with like a bunch of medical equipment and everything. They're trying to like they got a bunch of like iPhones with medical health data, and they're trying to like, everyone's being like, what's your metabolism today? Okay, let's see what your rate is. And like they start a whole production line. I just see them like it's a whole aspect of it. It's like, we're going to rob this bank, but first we got to start a medical supply company just so that we can make sure that we understand how everything works and get all the data that we need. Because Jimmy over here, he's fucking fat, and he metabolizes at like half the speed a little skinny Willie over here. And like they're
Steaming
all trying
Willie
to,
Demon, you mean?
Yes, Steaming Willie Demon. That's the one.
That's a funny thing, right? When the drugs hit their hands, so they basically show that like it's a street drug, right? Like the kid that's going to be the Robin to Jamie Foxx is a street dealer, right? So it's like, why? And then towards the end of it, you see it's this big company, the big, looking like a multi-million-dollar facility, and like, here's the plan. We whatever, execute it. We weaponize it, etc. Why did that company choose to make it a street drug instead of just testing it and getting it together on their own, sort of internally with some controls, instead of just putting it everywhere?
They didn't do any actual trial testing at all. They're like, we need to get into an urban part of the city and give it to people that are really pissed off and see how it reacts to all of us. Well, I mean, if you look at the main guy, the main bad guy, what I assume is the main bad guy of the movie, he's like Ricardo Montalban or whatever, and he's wearing like the skin-colored duster and a weird chain. Like, first off, where do those guys go to become like bad guy, apparel and accessory dressers? Because like, why do all the bad guys look stupid? Always. Anyway, I think they just gave it to the streets to kind of see, inner city people. I don't know. I'm not going with this. Yeah. We got to practice this more.
No, it's clearly a big pharma issue. Like, I mean, the regulatory constraints were just too much for them. They were like, we got this thing and it works. But man, I mean, these regulations are fucking killing us. Like, I mean, big government is really coming down on us.
It's going to take us 6 months, man. We need to get this out there right now.
It's going to be years before they give us our license to test on humans.
He's like, I got bills to pay, dude. We got to get this stuff out there right now. So, I also love how they packaged it in a thing that kind of looked like a Roomba. Like every single one of them looks like it just comes in its own little vacuum cleaner.
I'll tell you what. A couple of things I saw that I thought were pretty interesting, and you don't really know what Jamie Foxx's power is in the trailer, and they kind of allude to the end, like there's some explosions going on, and he's kind of resisting it or whatever. So I'm assuming he's going to be tough. But what I really think his power is the ability to sweat too much. Because if you watch him in this trailer, he is sweating every time you see him. It's just sweaty Jamie Foxx. So
I thought
You got to do this. It's a cardio, man. You got to do the cardio.
yeah,
I thought-
the
I
pill
thought-
just gives him good cardio.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's your power?
Yeah.
I can run for a while. It's cool.
Zumba.
So-
Bill makes me a Zumba expert.
I'm a Taibo instructor.
that I have to get to that point where I'll say on the they show Jamie Foxx at the end, and it looks like he takes it, and he looks like he's going to end up being one of the all power, highest level of power, right? Because it looks like there's some like blue lights that hit his chest, and it looks like he almost absorbs maybe power or something, and then he kind of blows out. So who knows? But probably it looks like he will have one of these super high level powers. Here's the
Yeah,
other
probably.
part. Here's the other part of it, though. If you're that invisible dude that's running around, I'll get back to that guy because I'm really fascinated. He's only invisible for 5 minutes. He looks like he robbed a bank. He's running all through the streets, jumping over cars. Now, he has to be physically fit before this actually happens, right? You can't just be an alley junkie and take that thing and be invisible and think that you're going to run all over the city and climb buildings and jump cars, right?
I don't know, man. Alley junkies are pretty quick when they're all hopped up on that cane.
I was gonna say, if he's taking these pills, he's doing
Right,
some meth.
so-
He's probably
Yeah.
he smoked a little crack
So he-
before he went ahead.
He's
He's on
speedballing
everything
it. He's
else.
speedballing. He's smoking a little PCP, doing a little meth, and
Well,
then go.
what
He's
they-
through
like,
what
man,
they-
I gotta find out what my power is. Oh shit, it's invisibility. Man, I really need to be able to run a lot. Well, I'm just gonna have to smoke this crack thing real quick.
Well, really, what they don't show you is that part is actually not real. That guy's just on a lot of drugs, and he thinks he's invisible. And they're like, get him, he took a pill. And they're like, oh, nope, he's just a junkie. She thinks never mind, let him go. He's high.
Why does Drax always come back to me? He's like Drax on Guardians of the Galaxy. He could just stand
Yeah.
so still that he's invisible.
You can't see me.
Now that we fucked this one up, I got some plans now.
There's plenty more Because Nerd where that came from. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our channel. We got a whole lot more coming.